every morning. We decided to take a topic that people find difficult to meditate on. We are in the middle of nowhere, as my grandmother says, in another world, and we witness other problems. So this is a part of the manery.
So frowned upon. That is we search on search platforms, word redundancy, designer for animals will appear to use ignorant, irrational, beats, clumsy, burning. This suggests that considering and understanding oneself as a rational and thinking being leads to seeing animals that are neither thinking nor rational as an inferior individual who has no value for himself due to the superior conception that the human have of himself.
During the short trip of the young years, who want to represent in a short time solutions that we can incorporate into daily life.
We work with the expectations of being able to show. Then these Asian districts are full of people. We have a biosecurity projects and the best. We are helpful. We know carry an unusual history. We approached a man of approximately 50 years. He was with 10 dogs. His trustworthy friends.
After all, we managed to surprise ourselves. Well, there were only 2 dogs with a rope attached. The other we called sides were free. They called simple escape.
But they decided to hold on to the human who kept them alive. The human who shared food from the garbage with them the dogs left behind for survival. Charisma, as we would say in almost human words.
After crossing several streets, we have the Paina, as we call her. She has many similar features. Yes, we know her. She was to be outside the Clares Church. At that time, there was no COVID. We went to school every day. We received school lunch.
We always kept a bag to take a little that we used back to nothing compared to his day when we lost to leave lunch and we saw her back 12.
It was time to take a vows, to live, to build the words that collide with validity. What appeared now to be able to do something.
While on the bus, a guide approached with a t-shirt, cat, jeans, tennis, shoes. It seemed from a foundation. The same boss described her. Indeed, we was going fast and left us his car on the car. He said pet slop, and it was accompanied by a phrase that said, an abandoned dog is the reflection on the failure and immaturity of a society. He also had his social networks, address and phone number.
We had the contact in our hands that night with the so-called girls' night, where we shared stories and anecdotes of our lives. In one of those stories, the street animals came out. We compared them with the inhabitants. We meditated. Finally, the three we were determined to call the next day, confirmed we wanted to contribute sometime.
When we woke up, it was 19:25 in the morning. It was raining, the same that indicating laziness. There was a knock on the door. It was probably our parents. They had agreed to come early. It was Saturday, so the shock of getting up early for school was short-lived.
Since we made a group call and we remember that a girl have given you a card, at first we called with certainly and when we had certainly be vegan to report cases of abandoned puppies. And your neighbors told us about the abandoned dogs that they saw.
We also determine styles in which we incorporate the community. Yes, we are a child, the great evolution. Our very mom as even more when we learned that same afternoon our superhero will visit us, the human who broke us out of incompetence. Yes. We will not into details.
We agreed to meet at the Culture House. Let's say it was a great challenge in terms of the people who lived there, since they specialize in different areas of Kenau. Our superhero had an imaginary cape. When we arrived, she talked with the members. She has a big heart. She taught us that to do good to others and ourselves, we only have to have the goodwill and have the goodwill to do it. She more than being an imaginary superhero or having a cape, he had the power to make us aware of the pain of the other beings that surround us and are important in our daily lives.
Hero isn't the one who wears a cape, not the one you see in the movie. Hero is the one who does good without expecting anything in return.